Hi, I'm Alex Pault, and I'm here at the Electronica Show with Seth Marlatt. He is the founder of the tool that Chip One is using to help engineers and manufacturers manage their supply chain better.
Exactly.
Well, you know, supply chain is such a critical thing nowadays. You know, when you think about how much effort is put into planning, scheduling, and companies still wind up with too much stock or too little stock.
Sure.
There are a lot of ways to address it. How is your tool addressing it?
So what we really have been focused on is trying to find that balance, right? Exactly as you said. People are seeking to get to that optimization point, and part of that is, you know, being able to find the right products at the right time, the right parts at the right time. So we try to surface that information, couple it with really important decisioning data, right? Like risk, like you know, whether or not there's volatility, you know, from a fraudulent perspective, and presenting that to the user in their journey to purchase. And then separately, what we do is we kind of convey that on both sides to help them make that sourcing decision to find it at the right price, right availability, right, so that they can get it delivered to their door to help their assembly or whatever the project is that they're working on.
Well, you know, when you say that about risk and volatility, risk is one of the biggest issues that companies have to face.
Yeah.
So when you say risk with the part, can you explain a little bit more about how that entails?
Sure. As much as we wish that every one of these parts was going to live on in infamy, you know, there's a born-on date effectively, right? And an obsolescence. That's one ingredient that we consider as part of evaluating risk. There may be life cycle, there may be shortage in demand or shortage in supply, there might be an over demand, as well as we have this geopolitical scenario, right? You know, I mean, there was just an election in the United States. All of that ends up feeding into our ability to assess the risk on that particular part at that particular moment. And so this is a dynamic kind of evaluation and a dynamic set of data that we really invest in presenting to our customers and to our users at the moment of truth, right, which is their decision to purchase that product.
Very cool. So now explain a little bit how the tool works. Like say I turn on my computer, I go to the page, and what do I see?
Yeah, so I go to my.chip1.com, right? I easily log in, seamless login experience, and then I have this Google-like experience. So what we've done is everybody understands and knows how to use Google, right? They've done a great job of creating this inborn pattern, right? You know, for all of us as consumers, why not feed off of that? So when we introduce the users to the tool, we present them with a Google-like experience. Type in your part number, start it, and you'll see that data dynamically change. You can very easily get a quick view of the health of that product or that part, right? And then if I want to, I can dive more deeply into the details and assess the availability. I can add my bill of materials if I want to take a look at many parts at one time. And then I can create a very simple step-by-step sourcing plan where I can say, you know what, for this particular part, I'm good. I have enough inventory, but I need 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, right? And then I can take them into my sourcing plan, find the right availability, right, from the right buyers that I may have the right providers that I may have a preferred relationship with, and make that purchase. Either Chip One can help them with that, or we'll connect them directly with those distributors directly.
Well, the fact that you're helping them, even if it's not directly benefiting you, I think is a fantastic thing.
You know, I think part of the problem with supply chain in general has been that it's been a contact sport. Everybody's tried to get theirs. The reality is the disparate data, you know, that behavior needs to change. We're bringing that with this concept and with the way that we're working. So we want to be a collaborative partner that helps you across the life cycle of your needs. We will do just fine in the aggregate, right? But if we give this tool to you, it ends up making you smarter and more empowered in your role. How is that not a good thing?
Excellent. You're absolutely right. Because no matter how great your design is, if you don't have the parts to make it.
And then we end up paying more as consumers, right? And then there are these issues that end up, you know, being problematic for all of the folks around us, right, who are producing these kind of elements.
Very cool, Seth. Now, Before I let you go, are there any final words you want to give to our audience about what's going on, or your thoughts on the market, or thoughts on the tool?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, this is our first step in this long journey, right? We're trying to infuse technology, empowerment, self-service to all of our customers. We embrace that kind of change. I think that the market is changing, right? There is a new world order in terms of how we need to operate to be successful. And the reality is that we need to be a good citizen as part of that conversation, right? And the My Chip One agenda is absolutely our way of trying to service that.
Very cool, Seth. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us at this very busy event.
Thank you very much. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on.